Hey guys, Ted Rackley here again, inviting you to Samesh Guitar Jam on Tuesdays. I wanted to do something a little different on this video, but first, Guitar Jam every Tuesday night at 7:30 at Samesh Music, every Samesh Music store. Everybody who sits in and jams with us, we give you a $10 gift card to the store. That works like cash in the store. You can use it to buy anything in the store, guitars, picks, strings. If you're a drummer, you can use drumsticks or whatever. But anyway, I always do these videos inviting people to the guitar jams, and I hope you guys show up because it's a lot of fun. We jam on the stage, everything's there. You can bring your guitar, you can use one of our guitars, we don't mind. I want to do something a little different today. I got this new pedal I was playing with. I really like it. A couple of weeks ago, I kind of got excited about the idea of getting a Treble Booster. One of the most popular ones was the one up here on the screen. This is the Dallas Rangemaster. Very popular with a lot of the British guitarists, Ritchie Blackmore, Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, basically all the legends of guitar playing, Peter Green, Judas Priest. You know, if you're into metal, they always used Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath used a Treble Booster. And basically, the amps back then didn't really have master volumes. They get distorted because you turn them up loud. Didn't have master volumes on them back in those days. They were trying to get them as loud as they can get because they didn't have very good PA systems. So the amp would distort, you know, when you got it up really loud. But some people want a little more distortion. So they came up with these ideas of these overdrive or fuzz boxes. Fuzz kind of boosted the lows a little bit, so it kind of fuzzed out the tone. So they came up with the idea of the Treble Booster, which give you a lot more clarity and you cut through the band. So the idea of the way you use it is to use it on a slightly dirty amplifier. So I've got my Marshall JCM 2000 British-made 40-watt combo DSL 401 dual super lead. I'm on the clean channel. I've dialed in a sound. And I've got my gain at 5, so it's clean when you're doing, you know, when you're doing single notes. You know, neck pickup. When you play a chord, it's got a little bit of hair to it. So it's right on the verge of overdrive, and that's the best way to use the Treble Booster. One of the ones we carry is from a company called Catalinbread. These are handmade in Portland, Oregon. Really, really nice stuff. I like all their pedals. I've tried them all. You know, we carry a bunch of different brands now. I also like JHS pedals and Earthquaker devices and Walrus Audio and some of the other more handmade, USA-made, you know, nicer quality. Some people would even say boutique pedals that we carry now at Samesh. We've got, I don't know how many hundreds of pedals we carry now. But I got this one from Catalinbread. I like their stuff because it's really dynamic. If you play really soft, it cleans up. If you play a little harder, waxing it. So it has a lot of dynamic range, a lot of headroom, I guess some people call it. Headroom's the difference between soft and loud. And they're very, very amp-like. A lot of pedals, you turn them on, and some people like it, but it kind of, to me, it boxes the sound. It limits the dynamic range. This one is a Treble Booster from Catalinbread. It's called the Naga Viper. And it's really cool. Got a kind of a cool picture of a snake on there. And it's got 3 controls. It's got boost, it's got heat, and it's got range. And the original Dallas Rangemaster had on-off and just a boost. So this boost knob is similar to the boost knob on the original. The heat is actually like a preamp gain, so I guess they would vary from model to model, so you can dial the gain in. And the range is actually a frequency range. The Treble Booster is basically a high-pass filter that lets the highs through and louder than the lows, so you know, you get a little more distortion on your treble frequencies, but on your bass frequencies, so it really does clean up the sound a lot. The range actually lets you sweep the frequency lower, and there's a little bump of a boost, like most filters, at the cutoff or the crossover frequency. So when you sweep down the frequencies, when you put this at about the 12 o'clock setting, it's more like a clean boost, but it's got a little bit of a low mid bass bump to it right at 12 o'clock. So up a little higher, to me it sounds a little cleaner. And then all the way down, it lets all the bass throughs and does like a bass bump, and it sounds more like a fuzz pedal. So it's a really versatile pedal. It's kind of like getting a fuzz and a Treble Booster one, but I really like it. Let's turn it on. I was reading the manual. They recommend using one of those old school heavy duties. It kind of sags a little more. It's actually a little bit less than 9 volts sometimes, but it can't quite put out all the juice. It kind of freaks out a little bit. Sounds really cool, so I found an old heavy duty battery. I put that in here, and I've got it hanging out because I've got one of these Sanyo Eneloop power supplies, and this is the Lithium-Ion battery that you can power pedals with. Really cool. I throw this on your pedal board, it'll power several pedals, but I bought this at Samesh, and It's really cool. It gives you a real steady 9-volt stream though, so it gives you a tighter sound. But they recommend this. I guess the guys back in the day would use these old heavy-duty batteries. So this is really fun. So I'm going to turn this on so you can check out, see what it sounds like. I'm going to just leave it. Here's clean. And here's what it sounds like with it. Awesome. So it sounds really great for this slightly overdriven Marshall, real clean. I'm kind of laying into it, but you can play soft into it too, so you can be like... I'll even roll off my volume a little bit. So still got that dynamic range you want, real amp-like feel. That's what I like about the Catalinbread stuff, it's got a lot of dynamic range. Here's the neck pickup. And then with the volume full up. So real responsive to the way you're playing there. Now what I'm going to do is I'll dial back the heat control so there's less, this is kind of like the incoming gain. So still real dynamic. Roll off the volume a little bit. And then crank it. So that's kind of cool, low gain, overdrive sound, but a sound the original Dallas Rangemaster didn't have. Here's the heat setting, the gain setting at 12 o'clock. And of course, up all the way. Here's the bridge pickup. Dial back the boost knob, put that about 12 o'clock. So a little less distortion off the amp when you do that. I'll crank that back up all the way, and now I'm going to dial back the range. So here's the range up all the way. So this is like the high-pass filter with like a bump at the frequency. So I'm going to put it a little past 12 o'clock here. You know, 12 and a half, not all the way to 1. That's on the neck pickup. Here's the bridge. So it's starting to fuzz out a little bit. You hear those low frequencies coming through. And then I'll turn it all the way down and you get full on like 60s fuzz. Not crazy fuzz, but like a real, still clear, you still got your dynamic range. So you can go to the neck pickup on that. cool with the neck pickup. That's with the tone up all the way. I'll roll off the tone knob on the neck pickup. So really cool fuzz sounds. I'm actually gonna pop in the my true 9-volt lithium-ion, and you'll hear it won't quite. It'll clean up the low end a little bit. It'll be a little clearer, a little tighter. So when I plug that in, it actually disconnects the internal battery. So now we're on the lithium-ion. So here's what it sounds like. Well, disconnected, go back to the heavy-duty battery, and it sounds like this. Oops. Unplug the wrong cable. Okay, here's that back to the heavy duty battery. Back to the lithium-ion. Out a little more on the fuzz end with the heavy duty. Here's the heavy duty battery. So I like that sound. They recommend doing that in the instruction manual. And what's really fun is to just disconnect the battery altogether, and you get it while it dies. You get this. So it just goes to show you how much electricity still is sitting there in those capacitors that are in that pedal. But really cool sound. If I had like a Voodoo Lab power supply, I could probably dial back from 9 volts to 7 volts. That's something else we saw at Sam F if you want to get that. But anyway, that is the Naga Viper from Catalinbread. Really cool pedal. I love this thing. And I'm going to put it back to full Treble Booster mode and finish out with something Zeppelin inspired. See you Tuesday night. Sam Ash Guitar Jam, 7:30. Be there or be square. Talk on.